Sometimes we can have, as we go through the dark night of the soul, we find that we're not as karmic as we may have thought. We're not as karmic. Our woes aren't as painful as we were afraid of them to be. Then I imagine that some of us are faced with a lot of karma, a lot of debt. Okay, because people do intentionally um, do things to people. Um, Knowing full well of what they're doing. So I don't know. This could be the energy here that someone is really facing this karma. They may or may not do anything about it, but they're definitely facing an ego death. I say in the reading that we're going to end up continuing this energy. I feel like somebody's in the thick of it, and things aren't easy at all. Um, I just pray for whoever is in this energy. Okay, whether you're intending to heal and recover, or if you're intending to, blow all this off and continue to attack others with your negativity. So take it how it resonates. I wish y'all the best and enjoy the reading. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's me, Mama King. I am the Divine Oracle. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you haven't been here before. Um, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, y'all. This is a general collective reading. Please take what resonates with you. Just leave the rest behind or come back later. Listen. Okay, so if you were looking for a yes or no answer, the answer is no. Maybe you feel like you're losing a part of yourself. Someone may be missing. Some piece of you could be missing. You could feel like a piece of you is missing. Someone may have gone away. It could be your old self, your former self. You could be missing who you were before this emotional storm. This could be something in the future. In the present position, you could work in a lab. Something about a lab. You could be at a lab at this current time when you're reading this, getting this reading. I'm trying to figure out how this lab fits in here. Missing a piece of yourself. There could be some sort of scientific research. You could be a researcher. You could be someone, like I said, who works in a lab, an innovator, some sort of creator, or inventor. You can have fire highly aspected in your chart. There could be some sort of emotional storm that either you could be going through this storm. This is the outcome as an emotional storm. What is the losing part of yourself? Looking for missing pieces. This could be the research. It could be a literal lab, or it could be something that you're doing. You researching your past. Six of Swords in reverse. So it's giving me like either Virgo or Taurus energy, maybe possibly Sagittarius. Okay. Um, yeah, there's a tie. There's an emotional tie. This is a mental tie. Could be air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Something's in the past that's keeping you stuck or wants to keep you stuck, or maybe you want to be stuck. I'm getting heavy air energy, Nine of Swords. This missing yourself, a piece of yourself, is causing, could be anxiety, or maybe it feels like you're running out of time, worrying about a situation too much. We got the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so these missing parts of yourself may not be as bad as you think, or whoever. If this is someone else, or it's tied to someone else, it could be a relationship. Um, hmm. The Hierophant in reverse, please. You're in good standing with in society, or you were. This could be a past commitment. It could be a career, some line of study, a dream, an opportunity. So you're missing on an opportunity from your past that you were thinking about. Could be when you were either attached to someone else, you could have been in school at the time. Okay, I'm getting a bigger picture here. What's the laboratory? It's the King of Swords in reverse. All right. This could be you. This could be someone else. There's a misuse of authority. I don't know. This mistrust or manipulation by you or upon you could have is tied to someone's unresolved issues in the past. It could be something personal. This could be someone that you work with. It could be in their energy. So we got anxiety and hidden enemies. Your fears and could be an illusion. You're projecting fear. Someone's projecting fear into your present and into your future. So this emotional storm, this turmoil, this instability, this is either you in the future or someone who is actually projecting this towards you right now. Now, listen, when we go back, this is what I've discovered. I haven't gotten this information from anybody else. This is just my experience or what I'm thinking. Like when we think about, I can't really tell who this is because someone could be, if you could be on a higher collective, you may not even be here, but someone could be attached to some memories of you in the past, like you guys did something together, you're attached in some sort of way, possibly through, there's some sort of order, religion, it could be work, a marriage, something in school, somebody you studied with in school. It could even be a child or one of your children who has a memory from the past attached to this current energy. Now, if someone's doing shadow work, someone could be doing shadow work. Okay. And this is why this is coming up and the projection of turmoils. The King of Swords in reverse. This could be some sort of narcissistic energy. Let me see here. Danger, hidden enemies, and the Five of Wands in reverse. So that's avoiding some sort of confrontation. So someone's dealing with some memories of you guys together in the past, or you've stirred up some memory of the past. Someone could possibly be projecting these feelings of turmoil, emotional instability. And this will happen in the past, in the future, or someone is wanting it to happen to you. I'm getting a lot of moon hidden energy, hidden emotions, something's bubbling up. It could be projected towards you. I don't know. I know I have a lot of trolls on my channel. So when I tap into the energy here, I feel like that's the energy I'm pulling up on. So, I mean, if you know, you know, because this is a dark energy. Someone's like in like a nightmarish, maybe I shouldn't try to understand it too much, but I do. Because just because this is happening or somebody's in this energy doesn't necessarily mean it's negative. I'm feeling like this is some necessary shadow work that's either being placed upon someone because they projected out this negativity towards the higher collective, even towards myself, and it's backfiring and they're going through this emotional storm, or they will. There could be a breakup or some sort of imbalance in a relationship with some hidden energy. So I don't know if someone's actually researching this King of Swords. This could be a place of work or somebody's in the dark. Like I'm even getting the image of someone actually having a lab, like a personal lab in their basement or something they're mixing up. Or just this could be a magician, the King of Swords in the moon, King of Swords in reverse. But maybe they're weak in their expression because they're avoiding some sort of confrontation. They could be avoiding themselves. That's ultimately what we're doing. Okay, so anything that's even projected positively or negatively is, in the end, on Judgment Day, is directed towards ourselves because it's all going to come back on us. So there is resistance. It could be competition. You have the Five of Wands in reverse, but somebody's avoiding that. Maybe somebody feels like there would be competition if they connected with you, or if they dealt with these memories. That could be the problem. They were in competition with someone in their past. It could even be a parent or some sort of authority figure. It could be all authority figures. Somebody has some sort of resistance to change. Future position, we do have the Seven of Wands, which we'll just leave it at standing your ground. But someone could be feeling very protected, or they're protecting their somebody is hardcore, not does not want to change. And it's that spiteful energy where people do things just to hurt. Well, they feel like it's hurting others they feel like it's hurting others by projecting the negativity towards you or whoever, the energy around them that's not agreeing with this inside competition. I feel like somebody's just in competition with themselves. Maybe they're in competition with them old selves. Listen, y'all could be tied to the memory, okay? If somebody is very resistant to change, and I'm looking at it like a narcissistic, scared energy, someone who's very deceptive and selfish, and this it's a fire sign, an air sign, or it's someone who's very masculine. Now, I only have the King of Swords here in reverse. The moon is also here. I feel like this is a strong masculine energy. Maybe they feel like you've deceived them. I'm trying to figure out where this deception is coming from. Someone's hiding from themselves. This is an ugly spread. Truthfully, this is an ugly spread. Someone may have an idea to be romantic, or they could come off as being romantic. They could also have water, yeah, in the first house, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So they come off as being romantic. They come off as being someone who you could attach to emotionally, but there's nothing there. And they could possibly research ways. I feel like this is some sort of magician or somebody who studies spell work or studies some sort of occult energy. This is a occult energy. Safe place. I need a secure place to open up. But just be like I said, this is so crazy. Mm. You know how, you see, some women and men have an attraction to bad boys or bad girls. This is the energy I get. This is someone who has this bad demeanor, and it may not even be real, has this dark, deep, dark, brooding mirror behind, like they're a dark mirror. I can see somebody peeking out behind this wall. It's like that card. I haven't pulled it yet, but that card, but everything's dark. And like they are really peeking out to see this light or the light of truth. It doesn't have to be any one particular person, just the whole collective who are engaged in positivity and raising the vibrations of the planet, right? So they see this light that we of the higher consciousness are emitting, however you're doing it. And they're just peeking around trying to see, do I want to go out there? I don't see in indecisive energy. I see a lot of hidden energy. So I don't know if we're going to expose something or not. Give me the moon in the upright. But this is definitely a masculine energy. It's all masculine, even if it's coming from a woman. The moon, yeah, I feel like I'm in somebody's head, traveling, obligation. So someone could travel at night, work at night. It could be because of, I have the obligation to take care of, family or whatever, everyday life. Or somebody's working in the dark to using some sort. I feel like this is somebody who's wise. I feel like this is somebody who knows. These are air sign. Air signs are intelligent. That's their fuel, intelligence, right? So I don't know, somebody just feels like you could be trying to sabotage their plans or whatever they're doing in the dark. I hope ain't nobody trying to get violent, because I ain't having it. And neither are my ancestors or my protection. Okay, so like somebody could be obligated to travel, like it's like I said, it could be like work or what's the sage advice? Thinking about our situation. This is a present energy. Thinking about the situation, they want a fresh perspective. Maybe this is a higher collective wanting some advice on somebody, whoever's in your energy. Somebody's trying to deliberately undermine your efforts, or they feel this way. Maybe they could have been working together to do something to you or feel lost. Like I said, they could have been attached to a past memory, a memory with you in the past, and they could be trying to kill that memory, which anybody involved in the memory can kill the memory, right? But it's still there for the others. Ooh, for the others to kill. If you meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha. That makes sense to me now. Checking in, wise advice, sage advice. So hopefully this is helping someone. Please hit the like button if so. Leave a comment. All right, so the answer is no to this Nine of Swords, Page of Pentacles energy. Something about someone being, it could be a people-pleasing energy or someone who has to carry some sort of societal understanding. Or this like could be a cult energy. Some sort of spiritual ranking is going on here. Perspective, they want to see something. Somebody either wants a new perspective or you want a new perspective. Someone could yeah, approaching with kindness. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to, please don't take anything I say personally unless it triggers a positive change in you, because I don't know who I'm looking at, talking to. I'm just reading what I see and what's coming to my mind. Okay. People tend to get triggered when they could be looking for a perspective or some sort of particular answer. And, the truth stands on its own. There's no need to hide it or try to switch it up to make it fit somebody else's curiosity. Okay, with this emotional storm, there could be a reconnection or someone's curious about a reconnection. This emotional storm could just be a divine tower, divine energy here, stepping in to reveal someone's true identity to themselves. I feel like they're going to be revealed if they continue on this walk here, or this continue to feed this curiosity. Ooh, somebody's unfriendly, y'all. Talking to an air sign, or you're dealing with one. Somebody has a hostile attitude, or maybe they feel like you do. If you're not paying someone attention, somebody's working together to sabotage. This could be troll energy. Someone could be checking in here, pretend like they want some advice, some good advice from you, from me, but they really have an unfriendly attitude, very hostile. So there would be a need to release this energy of the past, whatever this memory is, or whatever someone has of you. If you don't have any clue, just make it a blanket statement. Any memories that anybody has tied to you, call your power back and burn that shit. Write it down, burn it. Got fire and water, so there's definitely balance. Checking in, collaboration to sabotage your flow, your intuition, your messages. Somebody needs to seek some sort of spiritual guidance, mental guidance, emotional guidance. Seek a therapist. Um, why is the Knight of Cups here? Someone could be intuitive, but this could be empathy. This could be an offer for sleeplessness. Someone could be really heavily fantasizing. Attachment to study. Someone's attached to learning and doing things, but in an unfriendly way. They just want to know shit, just just to maybe debate or compete in like a conversation or something. Like that could be this Knight of Cups. That's what someone empathizes with. But whatever, someone's overthinking, they're over emotional, so to the point to where they can't sleep, so they don't know how to turn their brain off or their emotions off enough to sleep. So you could use some sort of sleep therapy. You need to speak to somebody. Wow. All right. So we have a street pharmacist. I haven't seen that card in a while. Y'all know what that is. Okay. What about the street pharmacist? Could be need to release this energy. They could be in a heartbreak energy, definitely here because they refuse to let go of their trauma. Yeah. Someone's trying to be real, but they're not. They just cannot do it. Okay. This heartbreak may not even be real. Someone's trying to figure out how to portray empathy, like a narcissist energy. Something is too much. Someone may have gotten caught up in a scandal. They're worried about being caught up in a scandal. Traveling, it could have to do with their obligations. This traveling obligation could be like a DR runner, D-rug runner. Okay, so someone could be a spiritualist. They could be a guidance counselor. They could be the therapist, but they're not. They're in some sort of scandal. They need to seek their own therapist. Mm. I don't know if someone has an issue with their bisexuality, or this could also represent Sagittarius and Aquarius energy, with the masculine and feminine energy, which is this is the personal identifier, has nothing to do with any sort of judgment. But someone, this is up for judgment. This hate, jealousy, and hate. Someone could have been, I don't know if they were asked if they were bisexual or something. They are. Okay. Someone could be heartbroken about this. Let's see. That's above, so below. All right. Yeah. Somebody's dealing with their insecurities, or maybe they're not. If you are dealing with insecurities, and your intention is to heal, or you really want to heal but just not knowing how or how to ask, release, write down whatever it is you want to let go of, whatever feelings you feel. It's just between you and yourself, you and your God. Write it on a piece of paper, ball it up, and burn it. You treat me better than I have ever treated you, and I know that you can give me everything. I really do want that, but I'm still struggling with my fears. I feel like I am not good enough for you. It's my own insecurity that's holding me back. So if you've had that situation, I don't like this fake stuff. I don't know if somebody went to a reader or listening to a reader may not have given the right answer, or you didn't not right answer, because there is no right answer. If you're genuinely just reading the cards and the spirit and the energy, then you just saying with whatever you see. And then the recipient has to receive it or neglect it or reject it or neglect it, because sometimes you can receive sound, sage advice and you neglect it. Someone's being very quiet, they're holding their tongue. It is a bit narcissistic, even if you are not a narcissist, to you can have narcissistic tendencies as we're in our shadows. We've all displayed it. I've done it myself because I've thought back on my situations and see the narcissist energy. But that's just because if you're in alignment with society, you're gonna do narcissistic things, whether you're intentionally doing it or not, because you're trying to stay in alignment with society here. So the only way you would know if it's really you, if you really are a narcissist, or you're just reflecting what society has presented to us, then the only way you can find that out is to, research yourself, research your feelings, see how they tie to the way you feel. You have to really evaluate and be honest with yourself. Silence. Somebody could be sorry for their silence. They just needed a break. They don't know how to reach out to you again. They're afraid that you won't let them back in. So it's been a long time since we haven't spoken, but they want you to trust them that they've missed you. A lot of times, like I said, the narcissistic energies could just be because of society and everything. You have to think about the indoctrination and how deep it goes. And everybody's different because bloodlines, long time on this land, long time in this on this world, on this earth, and experiencing different situations and just things being covered up. And then here we are in this society, in this generation, at this present time, given all the tools necessary to unearth our past, collectively and individually, and figuring out how to get it right. This is our job. What are we worried about Trump for? This is the people's job. For the people, by the people. People need to do the work. Stop letting others take over our energies, our thoughts, our plans, our intentions, and projecting it out towards others. We have no idea it even exists, okay? And they don't know that we exist, but by the power of inspiration, you can be very inspiring to someone. I hope we're inspiring those, others on this channel. There's some sort of scandal. It could just be, like I said, someone got caught up taking the wrong advice, not really resonating with those, attaching to those that you truly resonate with, could just be following the crowd because everybody else is doing something. Someone wants your forgiveness, or, forgiveness is on the table here. I hope you will forgive me. Someone needs your inspiration. You're very nurturing, magnetic, and passionate. Mm. So if that's true, then please don't allow anyone to abuse your energy. Okay, just be a good human being. Be compassionate. Keep your boundaries. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. Don't let anyone use material gain or finances, the things of the earthly realm, to make you come off your square. Yeah, it's up to you, higher collective, about what you want to do with this energy. There's still some sort of attachment here, toxicity. It could just be from the past. It needs to be burned off and released. You don't even have to worry about this energy if you don't want to. Okay, I'm still getting this 6-6 number, very human energy. But there could be a change if we wait on the divine. We wait on this tower. Move slow. Because somebody's very burdened and dense in anyway. So hopefully they'll catch on and we'll be able to release some of this heavy burden, this heavy energy. Sagittarius energy again, double time. The 28th could be significant. A wealthy man is in the energy here. Things could flip around for someone in bad health, bad debt, bad karma. This wealthy man, someone could be concerned for him. He can be concerned for himself. Someone could be receiving some sort of great fortune between the 26th and the 28th of whatever month is necessary. Okay, it's significant. I'm telling y'all, someone could be going through an ego death. It could be that. Hopefully, it could also be a physical death. There's no denying it. This physical death could take place in the future. I don't know if this is someone else, or it could be this wealthy man, or it could be the death of this ego, this wealthy man before someone dies. I feel like somebody's being mm, ooh, child. I feel like somebody's walls are being broken down. You're coming up against some sort of someone's concerned about a disaster, about someone passing away, or like it's an ego death. Somebody's dying, somebody's ego's dying. Someone could be, yeah, somebody's been discovered. Someone's avoiding the confrontation. They could be avoiding discovery. Somebody's shining a light, like I said, on a mother or a Queen of Pentacles, or you could have, if you're this Queen of Pentacles, you can have an idea about somebody, whoever you're thinking about right now. So I'm talking about, you know, this person. This could also be a child of yours or someone younger, even a grandchild. Virgo. Okay, so whatever is letting go, it's going to be difficult. Whatever the situation is, however this is working in your life, only you know the details, is it's very difficult. It's a hard fight, but some sort of wisdom or something is paying out. Something will pay out. Something's being healed. Forgiveness. Somebody please have an open heart for forgiveness. Like I said, you don't have to be in someone's energy just because you forgive them, but you need to let go of whatever this tie is to this memory, to this past, whether it's through forgiveness or just forgiving in your heart and then burning, the words, the attachment. It could be a physical object, give it back, throw it away, burn it, whatever needs to be done. You need to use your intuition to figure that out. You can write down this process so that you can have a book of shadows, your own book of shadows, as above, so below. The reasons and why you're doing things and what you're doing, the dates, the times, and all that. Write that down. Keep it for yourself. Because whatever is letting go here, whatever's separating is not easy. Dark night of the soul. I'll be damned. Mm, wow. Ooh, Sagittarius, free yourself. Black Moon Lilith in Sagittarius. Check your Black Moon uh placement. Whenever it's fire, you usually have some sort of bright light to show to the world, something that's been suppressed. This would be beautiful energy if someone takes the right path. It's just going through it and burning off all this excess so that you can carry light. Ease on down the road. Ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a heavy load. Go on, ease on down the road. Might want to watch The Wiz, okay? Yes, prepare for an ego death or shedding of your old self. Allow the ashes to fall away so that your true self remains. Yep, I called it calcination. Calcination phase shadow work. You can integrate the first step of calcination by identifying what should be purged in your life. Take a moment to journal your thoughts and emotions during this process. That's what I just said. You got to figure out what you're going to burn away. You're in charge. You're the god. You're the magician. You're the warlock. You're the witch. Okay. Write down what you want to get rid of. Or write down what you want to keep. Burn up what you don't want to keep. Contain, retain, persevere, conserve what you want to keep, what you want to work on. The straw that broke the camel's back, it's the spark of internal grief when your partner lies to you for the umpteenth time, or the anger that comes from a snide remark from a toxic boss. You finally have had enough of the traffic heading downtown and now have the fierce motivation to move to a new city. Calcination and alchemy occurs when you finally have a reckoning with what no longer is in alignment with you. This feels like an uncomfortable and intense dark night of the soul. Your ego feels unsupported by your reality, and you must experience a metaphorical death to be reborn. 33. You can relate this to the occult symbolism of the phoenix. It's time for you to metaphorically burn it all down so that you can be reborn. Calcination is the first step in the practice of alchemy, associated with the lead planet. I'm sorry, is this a lead planet? You know, the English language, the lead planet or the lead planet. Both make sense to me. Pattern, planet Saturn. It's a pattern, karmic patterns. Okay, we know what Saturn return is. It's a heavy energy. So we'll say lead because that's where I was feeling in this reading. Like everything was very heavy, weighed down. When you're weighed down by entrapments, feeling entrapped by these walls we built up, trying to protect ourselves from our dark side. Not from the dark side of others, from the dark side of ourselves. My mom always told me, don't be worried about them folks in the ground. They were already dead. It's the living that you need to keep an eye on. Wasn't that the what is it? The pot calling the kettle black, the cauldron. We're all a little witchy here. Okay, so calcination is the first step in the practice of alchemy associated with the lead planet Saturn, where you start and work your way inward toward the gold of the sun. It invokes the fire element linked with the divine masculine zodiac sign of Aries, the war planet. It is the practice of burning and adding heat to material or a solution to strip it down to its original state. I mean, Aries is ruled by Mars. You call it the war planet, but I guess it's just confrontation. Okay, confrontation is necessary. It's all necessary. The fire is necessary. And the Scorpios also with Mars. Let's see, Saturn is Capricorn and Aquarius. Interesting. So, it's the practice of burning and adding heat to material or a solution to strip it down to its original state. A difficult life event, challenge, or a roadblock can trigger you to begin this sacred process of soul ascension. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing for the world, for individual soul ascension. While this is the beginning of your alchemical journey, it's an extremely necessary first step to progress to higher states of consciousness. And listen, like I said, I don't know what anybody will do, how anybody will come out of this situation. I'm sure it's going to come back up in the energy, but I do have the Virgo. Um, what is it? It's Dr. Buzzard here in the upright. It's a hard thing, but it looks like some sort of wisdom could come out of this. Okay. But it's all up to the individual. It looks like there's no doubt that you're in a dark night of the soul right now. So you can follow the instructions that I put out here, or me, my personal experience, also, confirming it with the text and the cards and things that anybody can research and look up. So take it as you will. Nobody's forcing anything on you. Apparently, you've been blessed to receive another chance to do some deep shadow work. And I have to admit, it's hard and difficult this time, but you're going to be very happy you did in the end. And I will execute great vengeance upon them from furious rebukes, with furious rebukes. And they shall know that I am the Lord when I shall lay my vengeance upon them. Ezekiel 25:17. Take it how you will. That's what it says in this hoodoo book. Okay, we got Dr. Buzzard. He represents justice. Did I say Virgo? That's wrong. It's Libra. Well, the law does offer wisdom. It's also air energy. Okay, so charge it to my head, not my heart. It's still the same. Um, Tapping into this past, coming up with some wise advice or finding wise advice. Also look at your Virgo placements in your chart. Um, yeah. And if this is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Virgo is the masculine, Virgo is the feminine side of communication. So, what would be a fair way to resolve this conflict? Justice card, number 11, 1133. It's a social construct. This also is tied to the Hierophant, defined by those that are in power. I spoke about the narcissistic energy of the world and how it's set up. Okay. Someone could be dealing with court issues right now. Did someone do something wrong to you? If they did, um, don't worry. Oh, if no, don't worry about it. Did someone do something wrong to you? If no, don't worry about it. If yes, then they set the will of justice in motion against themselves. When we reevaluate things and you start writing things down, have you taken responsibility for the choices that you made? Even if you got into a situation that didn't turn out right, things all a clutter and a flutter and you know, as long as when you reevaluate the situation, think about the circumstances and figuring out what you decided to do and agree to. Someone could have, of course, clouded your choices, your decisions, presented some sort of false image of themselves, but you got to think about why you decided to do it. And if your true intentions were to have a positive outcome, then it's easier for you to deal with it, forgive, and to let go. If something is forgivable, then forgive. If not, now what? This also could be the question someone's asking about this forgiveness energy. Particularly if something deep has happened here, and I feel like something has, or something's been revealed. If revenge is taken for an offense, will you regret that you did it once you've calmed down? If so, then chill out and move on. Okay, this is being emotionally secure, emotionally mature. And if you're of an older age, yeah, you need to think about what you're doing. Okay. Dark Night of the Soul energy. Oh, Papa Lekpa, Guardian Angel in reverse. Wow. Somebody's been a bad, 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 bad boy. Or a bad girl. I'm getting bad girl, bad boy vibes. This could just be your persona that you're feeding into. Okay? Dark, divine, feminine, shadow work, traveling is a spiritual experience for you and will allow you to heal. Take time to escape and allow yourself to be present on your journey. Your beliefs are radical, dark, divine, masculine, and the world needs them. Journal, once again, and write down your most rebellious and adventurous thoughts. The universe is liberating you from the control of others. Your higher perspective is freedom. Take it all resonates. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.